Hey, hey. This is a response to Mr. X here on YouTube. He's a good guy. Like the beatniks say, he's from across the pond in the UK. And he posted a video today. Let me turn the microphone on, the real mic. There we go. I almost look legit now. Hell. Anyway, Mr. X posted a video today about America. And I am not at all capable of agreeing with him anymore. He's spot on. I'll drop the link to his video down in the description. Hit him up for a sub. Oh, by the way, hit sub and like, all that good shit. And by the way, Mr. X, the T-shirt I bought is on its way. I was hoping to buy to wear it for this evening and hasn't gotten here yet. It's coming all the way from England. But I did think that this might be a little apropos. Yes, let's not panic yet, guys. First off, yes, Mr. X very astutely mentions that he makes a lot of good points. Watch his video, it's awesome. First off, he astutely mentions that America is not a young country anymore. We're not as venerable as many of the countries in the old world. Should we even be calling it the old world now? Shouldn't it be the older world? Anyway, but America as a nation, we're not a teenager anymore. In fact, we're middle-aged. And we're going through a middle-age crisis. We have grown fat and lazy and have let ourselves go. Sorry, not sorry. That said, I'm not perfect. I don't read enough. I don't exercise enough. I've worked 50 plus hours a week and have for years. But that said, I'm not casting aspersions from the throne here. I'm just a guy that loves America and hates seeing what she's going through right now. If you were to watch any of the dinosaur media or any of the, or most, if not almost all social media platforms, you would think that as a nation that America is about to enter the Thunderdome. You know, what is it? You know, two ideologues enter, one ideologue leaves. There's no denying that, yes, we're split on a great many things. Minimum wage, the environment, COVID, the election. I mean, that's obvious. But we've always disagreed on a lot of stuff. So what's changed? From where I stand and from where I'm from, I've been around the block a few times. Born in the Midwest, lived most of my years in Texas. I was a trucker for a good bit. Drove coast to coast, hit 46 of the lower 48. I think all but North Dakota and Maine. Now, mind you, I didn't camp out there or live there, but I've talked to a great number of people over my 53 years. And now I've been living in South Carolina for many years now. So I've talked to some people. I've got friends and family all over the map. By no means am I an anthropologist, but I've talked to some people. I've talked to a few people. All I can do is tell you what I've seen, and what I've seen with my own eyes and heard with my own ears. Next. Where am I at? All right. I've completely lost my place here. Consummate professional that I am. Oh, here we go. All right. Stick with me here. The average American, left, right, libertarian, white, Hispanic, gay, straight, undecided, that just want to be left the fuck alone. There are these instigators of the rage woke left and the God King Trumpers on the right. They scream and they mule and they wail and thrash about enough to get attention and some influence. And that said, I'm not leading up to any kind of censorship. I don't want to cancel any America Firsters or AOC or Milo or anyone. I want to hear what they have to say. I want to hear what everybody has to say. Because sometimes they say what they really think and feel, and then we know exactly where we stand, and we can go from there. Maybe my favorite line from Mr. X's video was, the old media has been dividing us long before Twitter. Social media simply lifted the lid of the toilet seat, the shitter that's always been there, before Dorsey and Zuckerberg vomited into it. Brilliant. Mr. X, shorten that down a little bit. Bumper sticker, you're welcome. So like I asked previously, what's changed? It might be easier to list what hasn't changed. We're living in a very accelerated day and age now. So, but we're more in touch with the world than ever before. Yet we've never been more out of touch with reality. We mask up and we stare at our little screens, small, big, and small, but rarely ever connect with each other. Truly connect. And I'm as guilty as anyone. I'm working on that, though. The lockdowns, COVID, the last election, it's been the tipping point, seemingly. The foolishness on January 6th at the Capitol, by no stretch of the imagination, was an insurrection. Horribly regrettable, yes. Insurrection, no. But it sure as hell didn't help. All this together. So between the internet instigators and the corporate media jerk-offs, it looks like we all hate each other. But they want us all at our throats. Keep that in mind. This is what they want. But we as Americans, at our core, we put down the cell phones and we look each other in the eye. We really see each other, acknowledge each other. We're still good people. Progressives, conservatives, libertarians, everyone in between. We can do this. We can get along. I really don't think we're as mad at each other as we think we are. Like I said, I think it's about 2 or 3% of the population just stirring shit up, and we get caught in that confirmation loop. I'm as guilty as anything. I had to wean myself off Ben Shapiro. He's smart as hell. I love him to death. I can't watch him anymore just because all I wanted to do is watch him own the libs, you know. But I'm in I'm in recovery from Ben Shapiro. Yes. Okay. Let's talk conservatives. Guys, what do y'all hate the most? What y'all hate the most? And I lean a little conservative. So, you know, some conservative-leaning libertarian. Anyway, conservatives. Y'all hate forgetting wisdom of the past and tried and true methods of the past. And if it worked, it works. Progressives. Tried and true methods. Okay. Progressives. Quit trying to rewrite history and erase the past. Okay? Back to you, conservatives. Progs, you guys hate oppression, right? Y'all hate that oppression. Don't blame you. It's not too cool. Okay, conservatives, quit funding wars. And start calling out these oath breakers, these dirty cops that are just doing their job, just following orders while they're trampling all over our rights. Can you do that? Libertarians. I saved you guys for last because y'all piss me off the most. You libertarians, we libertarians, we hate coercion. But let's start with, how about we stop our purity spirals and be a little less too cool for school and arrogant and uptight, and then maybe the Uniparty will let us play in their reindeer games. Seriously, guys, get your shit together. We need a third leg to this two-legged stool we call American politics. A third leg would keep everybody honest. I'm going to finish with something that we, as Americans, not libs, not just neocons, not just left-handed albino Presbyterians, together as a nation, we should be able to rally around the Bill of Rights. Case in point, freedom of speech, the First Amendment. Freedom of assembly, freedom of the press. What's not to like? Okay? We can talk hate speech and all that. I'm sorry. Personally, I am a free speech absolutionist. I want to hear all the nasty stuff. All right? It's the stuff you don't want to hear is the only speech that needs to be protected. Why would you protect your own speech or what you agreed in? Because you're going to say it. Make sense? Okay. Second Amendment, right to bear arms. Anti-gun people, you don't have to buy a gun. Simple as that. Just don't keep me from buying one. I could list them all down here. Illegal search and seizure. Okay, who's going to argue on that? I'm sorry. We got to work on civil asset forfeiture. We've all got lots of homework to do. Jury of your peers. Sounds fair to me. Who can argue with this stuff? No cruel or unusual punishment. Okay, how can we not all come together on? Okay, 6 of the 10. Okay, is that doable at all? This has got to be our rally point. Stand with these simple, important truths. Let's stand as a nation, as a United States of America, or we're doomed. I'd say the Constitution. Years ago in the Tea Party, I really hoped everybody would rally around the Constitution. Nobody believes in the Constitution anymore. It's sad. It's a brilliant piece of paper. I've had to do a strategic retreat to the Bill of Rights. Guys, how about the Bill of Rights at least? Please. Progressives. If the neocons quit sending your kids overseas to get killed in unnecessary wars, will you quit trying to subjugate everybody to your cultural Marxism? Libertarians, will you please quit clinging to the loser tag? Grow a pair and start talking plainly to anyone who's not memorized Rand or Hayek. Here's a secret, guys. Most people are libertarian. They just don't know it. They don't even know it's an option. So just talk to them. Don't talk down to them. Just talk to them. Be nice. All y'all get your shit together. I want to have an America for my kids' kids. So there.